Hello, all. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Christina the Sphinx. This is episode 8 review by the Not So Silent Sisters. Me, myself, my good friend Alicia Kingston, and one of my epic, awesome friends joining us, a surprise last minute addition, Brittany. I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves, starting with Candace. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. The Northern members here. Good to see you again on this fine Monday.
Alicia?
Good evening, folks. Lovely to be here as always. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Is that you playing the video in the back?
Yes, my bad. Damn. Always getting me.
Go ahead, Brittany.
Okay. So it won't echo? Is it okay?
Oh, you sound great.
Okay. Hey guys, it's Brittany, also known as Lady D. If you are on YouTube a lot, or if you follow Hype's Watch, like I'm always sort of lurking. Lady Do Diligence, and I have a channel, and that's it. I kind of pop up on Christina's stuff or on whoever's stuff whenever they ask me. I just sort of pop around.
The random popper, but we appreciate when she pops because she's got the.
Y'all go to this woman's channel and subscribe, please. Watch them videos, man. She got the knowledge.
Yes, Lady Diligence. I'll put a link after this video post in the description so you can hit her channel up because for real, she's on some other stuff. She's like a black female Preston Jacobs.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Lady Diligence.
That's a really great comparison. Good job.
I don't even know what to do with that. I kind of want to go inside a little hole or...
Just let it marinate. Let it marinate. Think about it. We'll talk about it later. All right, Candace, you know you are my guide, my northern star. You show me the way. And where are we going to start?
I think for this episode, it's logical to start with the scene by scene. Not literally scene by scene, but in order of operation.
That's fine.
So we started out with the play in Braavos still playing out, which they kind of gave us different scenes, and we see how fake Cersei took Arya's advice. She starts to give her vengeance plot, and we see Arya go out and I'm just going to summarize it, and I'm not going to say my feelings about it yet. Let you guys go around. But she goes and she's hiding there for help, and she helps her. And what ensues is a milk and the wait. So is that enough to start with? Or do you want the full running born identity scene?
No, let's just do it all together because it's going to be hard for me personally just to talk about one piece and not talk about it all.
Okay, so she... Waif shows up and says, and she goes after her, and Arya jumps out the window, the scene we saw from the preview, and a very action-packed scene happens where she eventually murks the waif. So what do y'all think about that? I know there's more details in the middle, but as we talk, let them out.
So I felt like this plot line, this storyline is what made, personally for me, everybody so mad about the episode. Because it was just completely, it just didn't make sense. And it appears Game of Thrones has gotten to the point to where they can basically just do whatever they want. And it really doesn't have to make sense. I guess we're in a fantasy world, so you get stabbed in the stomach multiple times. All you need is a nap, a cup of milk with a poppy, and like a bowl of brown. And you're good. You can become Assassin's Creed and do all sorts of maneuvers and epic stuff, and you won't even bust your stitches open until you jump off of a giant wall and roll down a whole flight of stairs. Then you'll barely start to bleed, but you're still good, and you can still run around and kill another person that is a way better fighter than you. It's this new world we're living in. Alicia?
Said it a couple times yesterday. I'm going to say it again. Arya has that extra special Stark blood. They needed to put her through that stuff so her inhuman genes could kick in. And she has Wolverine's healing factor now. That's the only thing that makes sense. That's my story. I'm sticking to it, damn it. But other than that, and my thoughts were wrong. That was Arya getting stabbed the hell up and walking around Braavos like a bloody idiot. And we know that's not her character, so... horrible writing in that. Besides that, though, I did dig the parkour, and the Assassin's Creed with the waif chasing her like T-1000. So that looked pretty damn cool.
I agree with you guys that she looked cool, but I think the entire, like, that was a waste. It was a complete waste. Like, you're reading the book, you're a book reader. I know I was waiting, I was like, Arya is going to walk inside of that cat that we saw that time, and she is going to beat the hell out of the waif. I just know it. She's going to walk into a rat or something that is in there in the dark. She's going to see her, and it's going to be lights out. Like, it's just going to be like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, oh. And we get to the sewer. She dead goes. And the waif is dead. Like, 30 seconds later, we see the blood. We're like, oh, wait. She just added the face to the hall, didn't she? And damn sure, she just added the face to the... It was ridiculous. It didn't make any sense. And then the setup with her walking around, hands behind her back, everybody thought there was something there. Like, it was too good. So what's the point in making her act like she's someone else? Because she wasn't acting like Arya. You make her act like she's someone else. You put her through all of this faceless man training. You do all of these things, and in the end, she's in the sewer, and she does this. And the waif dies. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a complete waste. I'm really disappointed. Something I want to run past you guys, though, is I'm feeling like the show is just doing things that there's no possible way it could happen in the book that way. Like, they're just doing stuff to make you go, well, there's no possible way that this is spoiling the book, because there's no way.
Oh, yeah. So it's not book spoilers, because they're like, okay, everything that happens in the books makes sense, so let's do the opposite of that.
The complete opposite doesn't make it, because otherwise this whole season honestly makes no sense to me. Like, this whole season.
The storyline had no purpose.
Let's put that on the I can't list.
I can't with Arya.
I feel outnumbered here, though, guys, because I love that.
We got let's see, Kyles Fookin Chickens in the spot. Urtach, the man with awesome pens and drawings in his hand. He is in the chat room. We got Jimmy B, Candy Moore, Jake Cruz, Nero, We the Wax, Eli, Lev, all you lovely people. Thank you for coming and hang with us tonight.
We see you. We see you. Go ahead, Candace.
I was just about to plead my northern case. I loved it, and I think in the idea that I don't expect the books to go the same way, like what's happening with Jamie's arc. I love that it is going in a different direction, because it actually was surprising. We all spent a few days wondering if that was Arya or some 8,000 other people, which I never was on board with. I said, and I'm so glad I stuck to that, because I was just hoping she was her and she was going to heal up and get out of there, and I don't care if it took 10 minutes in the milk of the poppy, a shot of the poppy. It was great, man. It was like the Terminator dude was chasing her. Like, have you seen this boy? It was creepy.
And I told y'all about that blonde dude in blue that ended up being the waif.
What?
I still didn't catch the blue guy. I didn't catch that.
The guy that was wearing blue that was following her all around the whole play sequence. And the blonde guy, that was the waif.
I have to go back and look at that, because I don't even know this person. Brittany probably saw him, because she sees everything.
The scene where the lady from the play died.
Lady Crane?
Yeah, when she turned around, that guy that was standing there,
He was just standing there.
turned out to be the waif. That, look through the scenes, that person was following Arya the whole...
You're right. It was a dude, then it was her.
I know what you're talking about, because I saw that guy. I was like, who the hell is that? Because he was just out of place and random, right? Like,
It happened so fast.
Backstage, wasn't he backstage and standing there like...
Yeah, he was backstage. He was in the crowd following her. He bumped into her going down the street, then turned around, started following her again. Yeah.
Christina's creepy face is like the that stalker on the Bodyguard, the dude that was writing the letters with the scissors and the glue, cutting out magazine.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
It does what it's
Sphinx
told.
the Creeper.
It does.
Hashtag that, folks. Sphinx the Creeper. He puts the lotion on his skin.
But I know it played out like illogical, and it was a little more action film than it was Game of Thrones action scene. But I think I agree with Legends. It might be something far off so that it isn't like the book plot. But I kind of always thought maybe she was going to leave the Faceless Man and she was going to have the skills to carry out her vengeance instead of just being an angry little 10-year-old. So me, as her and as a Stark lover, all I want is for her to be able to shank people properly and enact the revenge that she's going to get. So I didn't want her to be faceless, but she actually earned that. He told her that she made it, and she was like, I'm out. I know my name. Put some respect on it.
Yeah, but I was reading somewhere, somebody was complaining that she went there and never really learned anything, like especially how to change faces. But she did learn how to change faces. She changed faces last season. So she has that ability. Granted, apparently these people need to be dead to have their face. I know they took her face while she was alive, but they're higher level, training. But at least she knows the basics of taking a face.
She took a face. She's done it successfully. Ask Meereen Trent.
Yeah, she learned how to take a face. She does know how to be a better, more effective fighter now. She's a lot more skilled with her swordplay. Obviously, the waif got shanked, so we don't got to worry about that.
She can take an ass whooping.
Exactly, she can take
like Mike Tyson.
extreme amounts of pain. So there was a point, even though I think it sucks the way they did it for this last episode. There was a point to all of it. Arya can go back and totally be beastie in Westeros now, and they need that shit at the wall.
But guess what? How stoked would you have been if when she went back to her little cavern, and had the waif follow her down there, and the waif comes in and shuts the door, and you just see like a cat walk by?
Yes! Yes! That one little bit would have fixed that whole shit.
That would have tied it all in, because we were waiting for it when she was blind. I was waiting for that, so I agree. That would have been everything.
I just knew. Come running down the stairs, and Arya was gonna square up with the bow and fuck the waif up. Excuse my language, people, but Arya's my number one. That's my girl, so I go hard for her. I was waiting. I couldn't, and it didn't happen. Damn it, it didn't happen.
Look at Brittany.
I can't.
Look at Brittany.
Go ahead, take it, Brittany. Take it away.
I just agree. Like, where was the fuck up? Like, I was waiting. I just wanted to see. You don't understand all this time and energy that you invested in these books and watching these dang on shows, and you mean to tell me, after how many seasons of watching this girl get her ass beaten, watching her go blind, watching all this stuff, when we finally get to kill the waif, we don't even get to see it? Fine. And then the one question I have for you guys is, in the books, you notice in the books, when she's pretending to be salty and all that, she's on the ship on the way to Braavos, everybody's like, remember my name, remember my name. So supposedly, right, faceless men aren't supposed to be able to kill you if they know your real name?
If you're friends with them.
If you're friends with them.
If you have any type of personal connection. That's why they kept going back to her and talking to her, telling them stuff about themselves and making sure she remembered their name and all that. That's what that was about.
Well, everybody knows Arya's real name in the House in Black and White, except everyone knows her real name. They should all have some sort of connection to her. She doesn't know anybody's name, so realistically, I would think that she'd be able to kill anybody. I don't even see how they're allowed to kill her, because you know who she is. You know she's not no one. She doesn't know what the waif's real name is, or who Jack and Hagar is, or any of those people. So I'm just wondering how that works. Like, why is it so important for them to know who a person is if that's really not against the rules? I can kill you anyway.
What do you think about them letting her go?
I hope that they would let her go anyway. I thought they were going to let her go just because on the strength of Jacket. And I don't know if y'all felt it, but when he was like, yeah, girl had many skills, I was like, he's talking about you. You have to go ahead and get
exactly. That's exactly what I said. That he was not talking no way, shape, or form about Arya. That was all about the waif.
He was like, a girl had many gifts. Yo ass.
Candace.
Yes.
Your thoughts? Are you
ready to move on?
You ready to move on?
I think that was all for Arya. My final thought was, I love that he let her go.
Yeah. To me, I mean, I know.
I think I'm lagging.
Just a little bit, but it's fine. I'll just give you a couple seconds. We'll give you a couple seconds when you're speaking to let it catch up. But whose video was I watching today? James Bichelle and Kyle were talking, and they were talking about, oh, Jesus, what was it? I got thrown off by the freaking lag thing. What were we just talking about?
Arya and leaving?
Yes. So we were talking about when are you officially like a faceless man, and when can you no longer leave? Like when is your commitment written, in.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and then when can you still like kind of go back and forth? And I know in the books, the kindly man is always trying to give her an out. He's like, look, I can find you a husband. I can send you here. I can send you home. Like, you want to be a whore? I'll take you to a brothel. Like, he's like, whatever you want. The world is your oyster. But
that goes back for me. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you done?
It's all right.
That for me, that goes back to one of my original theories, is that they never wanted no one when it came to Arya. They wanted Arya. And Jaqen needed her to be in that mindset that she ended up at the end. Because she's been playing somebody else since fucking season 1. She's not been able to truly use her name or barely even speak her name. So, and that little smirk that he gave when she was about to walk away and she said, a girl's name is Arya Stark and I am going the fuck home. He smiled. He knew that shit was coming. He always knew, and that, I think, was always the plan. I don't know what the Faceless Men might have to do with it in the backgrounds, but something else is coming. They are not done with her yet.
I agree. There's something missing.
Northern members, where are we going next?
Our next scene is the old Hound on the road with his hatchet. We see him going to look for the mofos that killed his people, and he's got that axe, not the hammer, and he just starts dropping bodies, throat cut. Oh God, he got that one guy in the balls. It was great. It was the most gory, wonderful comeback slasher scene. What did y'all think about it?
It was disgustingly awesome, and it was everything the Hound should be when he comes back. Like they nailed it, and that's why I still give D&D credit, because they mess up so much, but when they're on. Like they have the ability.
They just come back.
It's possible.
That's why we get so upset, because we know they can do better. We know their skill, so it doesn't make sense, some of the things they do. But the Hound, I feel like a bit of a terrible human, because I laughed so loudly when that whole thing started going down. I was like, that is my boy. And I wish I had a soundbite from KFC right now, because I'd be playing that I'm going to have to eat every fucking chicken in this place. It would be perfect. Right now. Shout out, Kyle. You're my homie.
James said, don't forget about the ass finger.
I was trying
to bypass that. I was going to try to act like it didn't happen.
Who said that?
It totally happened.
Butthole diddler. He diddled his... Really? Like, that's how y'all get down in the Brotherhood? Like, y'all just... Hey, come here.
Hashtag butthole diddler.
Smelled his finger, and then he said it smelled like
stop, Kim.
It was so wrong.
It's so gross.
Maybe that's how the Brotherhood gets down.
Get the hype, the heat.
They don't have any women in the Brotherhood without banners. They explore new horizons.
The Brotherhood without ladies. They gotta put their fingers in his buttholes and teach them how to kiss. Guys do that? Y'all do that? Because I didn't think
that was weird, right? All of it. All of it was weird.
I could have done without all of that. I could have done without the flash of the Hound's nether regions. I didn't need to see that. See, they keep messing you straight ladies over. So I apologize for that, because everybody's saying they should show wangs all the time as much as they show breasts, and now they're doing it, and none of it is anything that anyone wants to see. They could at least have made it aesthetically pleasing, but no.
We saw his thing.
So true.
Yeah.
You weren't watching when he went to pee?
I was looking in the river waiting for Lady Stoneheart to show up.
I missed that too. I so thought she was going to show up.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. You kind of don't want to go back and watch it. I'm just saying.
Is he circumcised or no?
I wasn't checking that hard, really.
I like the other one we saw before. That one wasn't attractive.
No, don't bring that back up again. Don't bring that up again.
I'm not the one that talked about it in the first place. I can't.
Not the warty one.
I can't with penises on Game of Thrones.
All right, let's catch back up to what the Hound did after he exposed himself. So he goes, in his final scene, he runs into the Thoros, and I was so excited to see Thoros and Barrick, and they're talking shit. He's like, I killed you once, dude. Like, you don't worry me. I'll take all you guys out before you can even get over here. He's like, you know, he was so unimpressed with the fact that this dude died a million times and came back. And then they argue about how many bodies he can have. It was like a Soprano scene. Like, we'll give you one. Can I have his hand? Can I have his fingers? Forget about it. I loved it. What y'all think about it?
I'll go first real quick, guys. I'm sorry. Because literally, I loved it so much. That was my favorite part. First of all, hold on, baby.
I need a question.
You don't have a question. You have a question. We'll talk about it later during the Q&A section. So the Hound, first of all, he rolls up all calm and willy-nilly, and he sees Beric and Thoros, and they're just like, you know, what's up, Hound? And he's like, what's up, guys? And last time they saw each other, like, he killed Beric, and I loved that. I loved that they were all chill with each other, because to me it felt like when you have beef with a chick in middle school, and then you see her again when you guys are like 30 and you have kids and stuff, and you're just like, hey, what's up? Like, all that stuff when we were kids is not important, because that's not what's important. Now they both have seen a lot and know that the little stuff we were doing, that's not what matters. Like, literally, he killed him. And he even says it, like, you know, what was the comment that he said about Beric? Like, you know, everybody can die, well, except for this guy, you know, except for you. I was just like, oh, this is so awesome. What better team up like these guys? I would have never thought it in a million years. And the whole negotiating over the bodies, I was just chuckling the whole time. He was like, well, can I take a hand? You know, can I get a finger? He's like, can I get something? And they're like, no, these are the rules. And then he followed the rules, which was kind of cool. Like, he's come so far. He wants to get his revenge, but he's also...
It's like he's civilized.
Yeah, he's been humbled a lot. And he was like, fine, y'all got something to eat? Let me get these boots.
I'm wondering how those boots fit him, though, because the Hound is a huge beast. Like, you got this small little dude that you just took down, but his feet just happen to be the same size as yours. No. And why did Lem Mustard Cloak... Yeah, you're right, he did. Why did Lem Mustard Cloak try to plead for his life like he didn't deserve to die right there? Like, what do you think was going to happen?
He's like, I'm to a straight sucker.
Sorry.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And he was like, oh, I'll give you anything. What the fuck are you going to give me? You're chained, you're like on a tree. You have a noose around your neck. What could you possibly give me that I could want? I'll give you like what? Can I put my finger up your butt too? Like, what is... I just didn't see the point. And I'm so upset that that's Lemon Cloak, though. Why did they have to make him Lem?
Lem Mustard Cloak. That was not a lemon cloak.
Mustard Cloak. And did you notice the other guy was like, oh, I'm a really great kisser. And Lem is supposed to be the Knight of Skulls and Kisses, so it's like, why do y'all keep dropping us Lem hints if they're going to be doing such non-characteristically Lem stuff? Like, what is it?
Yeah, that was so weird.
Same with Lady Stoneheart hints. It sucks.
Right.
You got all these things light into motion, and I was still a bit of a believer, but then I saw Beric. I said, oh, well, no, that shit's done. Years have gone by. That body is gone. No, there's no refrigeration, no ice units unless you're at the wall. There's no way her body could have been preserved.
It is interesting to know that they're going to go north. Like Beric and Thoros and the Brotherhood Without Banners are going to the wall. Oh,
Thoros been looking into flames. Thoros been looking into flames, so he knows what's going on.
But I agree. That was my favorite part. That was I feel like that is what saved the episode for me, because otherwise I'd have been like, really? For real?
I agree. That whole sequence with the sound was the Hound was on point.
Awesome. It was good.
All right, y'all want to go to Meereen?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so I have a question in the first piece of it. Tyrion is saying goodbye to Varys and sending him on some special mission. I think they use the word special mission. What is he going to do? It sounds like he's going back to King's Landing.
You go first, Lady D.
I think he's going to Yara. I think he knows Yara's in Volantis, and he's going to Yara. And when they said they needed friends in Westeros and ships, she's got the most ships right now, right? Because we don't have like a Malicer or anything, right? So she's got the most ships right now, and technically she is based in Westeros, so she should still have some contacts in Westeros. She ain't take everybody with her, right? So if anything,
that's a good one.
Yeah, I didn't that didn't register to me at all. I was thinking he was going to go back to King's Landing and get his little birds under control and, you know, take out Kevin probably, and then start planting more seeds on that to get Westeros, well, at least King's Landing, ready for Dany. But that's far more plausible for him to be going looking for Yara. That.
Yeah, because she was in Volantis, so that would be a quick trip, and it might still be a trip west. I guess I think they said west, and I thought all the way west, like little bird go kill Kevin West. But that could work because he could just be the envoy. He could be the guy that's going to say, you know, we need you. Come on, we know you're here. We know you're here for her. His birds would have heard the talk in the wine cellars and whatever else in the hoe house, basically. So I like it. That he could be going to get her, and I was kind of hoping her fleet was going to show up, and it still could. But the next part of Alicia, were you finished with that scene?
Yeah, like quick sidebar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh crap! Damn, I just lost it that quick. But
We were talking about him going to get Asha.
no, I don't remember. Go ahead.
Okay, if it comes back to you, we'll come back around to it. So the epicness that was what the Battle of Meereen just made me start thinking of those T-Wild chapters with Barristan. I loved how they rolled up. I mean, I hate that they're being attacked, but it was a pretty massive scene of ships. And at first, I don't know if you guys did it, but I was looking at the sails waiting to see the Kraken. And I was like, oh, shit. My husband's like, oh, it's her. I said, no, that symbol is the harpy. So I leaned back, and I'm like, oh, man, they're about to go down. They don't have any fleets. They have no one to stop them. No perimeter set up, from what I understand. And the fire, it was pretty epic. It reminded me of Blackwater. I can't wait to see the rest of it play out on the war scene itself. And it was pretty realistic looking. And that moment when I saw the roof tremble, I knew that Drogon travel service had arrived. And I was like, yes!
Yeah, I liked the scene of all the ships coming in. I was hoping that it was Yara coming up, but the Masters, you know, they want that deal that they made, so they came in strong. And Drogon's entry was kind of cool. Daenerys showing up, I guess things are going to get better for them now. But then Drogo just went and flew off. Like, what the hell is with you coming into the rescue all the time, young man, then just fucking leaving? Or sitting down. Just go flying, will it really?
It would have been kind of nice if he flew out to do it, so we could see him like lighting some stuff up, like he kind of had some kind of protection instinct, but we haven't seen that yet.
Exactly.
Candace,
or she could have been stuff, but yeah.
You're breaking up a little bit. We're getting a little bit of robot from you. You're on your computer status.
Am I a robot now? Am I a robot now?
Yeah. Still robot.
All right. I shall go out and come back and carry on that. Save yourselves.
Sphinx, jump in. The Masters come in to take the city back.
I was not ready. I was not even expecting that. Did you already talk about like how that was a surprise? Because it was totally a surprise for me.
I was expecting it.
You were?
Yeah, I was expecting it from the time that Tyrion... I honestly thought that Tyrion was doing all this on purpose. I thought that he knew that he was going to end up starting a war. Because you would either, by giving the Masters the option to stop slavery in 7 years, you're effectively backpedaling, right?
Yeah.
So the people that you set free, they're going to feel some type of way about it. And then the people who are the Masters, they're going to feel some type of way about it, and they're going to think that you're weak. So since you're weak, why the hell would we wait 7 years and abolish it when we can just get rid of you? You're weak. So they already burnt all the ships, remember? Like, when him and Varys ran, they already burnt all the ships. The Sons of the Harpies took care of that. You're taking care of the police force, which is the Unsullied, because you're killing them still every now and again. And now we have these days of peace after you've made this tentative agreement.
Yeah,
and for a second, I was like, they're just busy. They're clearly just busy doing something, but this doesn't make sense. You're going to have a civil war inside the city from people being like, oh, fuck you. What do you mean slavery's back for 7 years? Or you're going to have the Masters going, well, he backpedaled. He's weak. We attack now. I thought he did it on purpose, to be honest with you. I thought he knew.
That's a good thought. I hadn't thought about that at all. And that would make sense for Tyrion.
I really just think that he didn't understand this culture. Because they tried to tell him, Grey Worm and Missandei were like, no, they don't care about what you're talking about. They only care about blood and money. Like, they're not worried about, oh, this, and they tried to tell him. And the fact that those two were so pissed that he wasn't listening, I think that means something. Like, he was making a giant error, and now here it has come to bite him back in the butt because the harpy's done attacked. And Danny shows up right on time.
With the face, like, so you just lost my city?
The face, though. And I can't stand Daenerys. I don't like to say I hate her because she used to be my favorite until I had to watch her sit in Meereen for, like, years, and then I was just like, so for that reason, I'm over Daenerys. But when she walked in, like, the look, and I listened to other reviews, and they were like, she doesn't say anything, she just stands there looking stupid. I'm like, no, she rolls in like, hop off the dragon. What the hell?
She straight had the mom parent look coming home from work. What the fuck is this shit? Like, you know, 2 seconds, I'm about to take the belt off. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she rolled up. She just walked in real quick, like,
what the fuck is happening here? What did y'all do? And Tyrion was all like, oh shit.
Oh, she's like, when I left, yeah, there was stuff popping off in the pits, but now there's a whole fleet of harpy ships in the harbor, and what? And they're gonna be like, dude, we're sorry. Tyrion said it was the right thing to do.
We told him, though. We did tell him.
So, go play with God.
That's exactly what I would say. They are about to be like two kids falling on the bad kids so they don't get in trouble.
Mm-hmm. And he did it, though, much to their dismay. Sorry, I'm eating. I haven't had anything to eat since lunchtime today.
You think, Ma, you need sustenance.
About 9 hours ago, so I'm just trying to do what I can. But, yeah, Tyrion did a really bad job. And as good as his intentions were, once she finds out about that slavery stuff, she would be like, nigga, what? What? You said they could have slaves again? Well, just for 7 years. Like, he's going to get in big trouble. Unless the situation is just so bad that she can't even address stuff like that because they just have way bigger fish to fry. So that's the only other way.
Like, you figure they're attacking right now, like, and they don't have ships, and you have this horde of Dothraki that are out there with Dario, who could possibly be the Harpy. Like, she probably isn't even going to be able to address it, and then Tyrion's going to do something wonderful and save the day or whatever. But I agree. Like, he clearly didn't know what he was getting into. Like, in retrospect, be like, he clearly didn't know what he was getting into. But I swear, I was like, Tyrion's so smart. He has to know this is going to start a war. He has to be trying to draw them in for some reason and know, like, he just did not understand the culture. And I think it's awesome, though, because, like, they always sneak things in there. You know, HBO's a little bit liberal, and George R.R. Martin is a hippie. So they're always talking about things like, you know, racism and appropriation and, like, colonization and stuff like that. So now you have this embodiment of privilege. Because really, Tyrion, you are the embodiment of privilege. Even as bad as life is for you as a dwarf, you're rich as hell. You're still good. You know what I'm saying? You're Westerosi, and you were a slave for like 2 weeks and couldn't deal. They've been slaves for years, and that's why you don't understand, you know, the dynamic.
Well, he can say something like, oh, it's just 7 years.
Right. What?
Like, that's 7 years of my life that I'm a slave. Hey, what are you talking about? And, you know, he's completely capable, but just he wasn't ready for this whole slavery situation.
He can go from Westerosi. He's never really been a slave, and that's the thing. He was never a slave.
He did really bad, and I hope that he's not like. What'd you say?
I'm like, you're right. He did. It's just because you said he did really bad too. He did do really bad. Yeah. He's like, it's real bad.
It is, man. Alicia, do you have anything to say about Tyrion and his job? Because I'm about to strangle a little person.
Tyrion, he thought he was doing the right thing, but you think that something better could have been done or negotiated, but I don't know. There wasn't much he could do but say something that could have possibly appeased them and stall for time for Daenerys to get back. That's about it. Sphinx giving that kid the business right now.
Right?
That's the mommy look.
Because all I see is angry hair, like,
you know, she over there like
Talking through gritted teeth like you don't get your
We'll sit down and stop running around. You know what I'm trying to do.
good stuff. Everyone out there on the internet and my lovely people who have invited me to be a part of this. As you know, Game 5 is coming on in about 11 minutes.
Oh, I know you're not going to leave us for some basketball.
I am definitely about to leave y'all for Steph Curry's fine ass. That is exactly what I'm about to do. I love y'all.
Meereen. But that's cool. Because you know what? I really want it to be done by 9. We cannot possibly finish by 9, but we got to try to push, close as we can.
Yeah.
Because we haven't even... Okay,
Hey,
so
can you hear me?
Green.
We can hear you, Candace.
Okay, so we're trying to wrap it up, right, by 9?
Well, if we can, that's 10 minutes, and we haven't even talked about Riverrun. And they sure did it while I was gone.
Well, I think the last... No, well, I was just gone for a second, and I had to wait a while, but I don't know what I missed. But I was going to go on to Cersei choosing violence, and then the Riverlands.
Yeah.
Brittany likes that idea.
Yeah, because I think so much more when she...
What'd you like about...
I choose violence, too.
I choose violence.
I hate Cersei.
And one guy...
You guys get the deep voice.
I don't like Cersei, but that was a badass line.
It was, yeah. That's why I got a t-shirt, because I hate her, but...
And I love that whole scene. The Mountain did exactly what I thought he was going to do. I wish he would have got all of them, though. Lancel with his little bitch ass talked all that shit and then jumped back behind everybody when stuff was about to pop off. I can't with Lancel. He got to go.
Lancel was in the corner like...
They move so fast.
But the only thing with that, though, Cersei basically still played right into the High Sparrow's hand. He needed to see exactly what the Mountain could do now, and he has that information. So, of course, next scene, trial by combat is abolished. What's Cersei going to do now?
I'd like to give Christina the Sphinx some credit because she said that the High Sparrow was very likely going to change the trial by combat process by eliminating it. Firm that she thought she had the Mountain, Jamie go on, I'll be fine. Her confidence, it's one of those things where the characters are never really right, and I was like, she's going down. She's not getting the trial by combat, and everybody kept saying, who's he going to fight? Nothing would have made sense. Loras is still on the mend. Jamie has one hand. There's nobody there to be like on the other side in a realistic fight that we would care to see as viewers, in my opinion, on the show. So I love that. Kudos to you for calling that because it did sound like a big change that he may not get away with, but he is the man right now. He's got mentally screwed, and Tommen is just so nobody can really go against either of them.
Yeah, and that's the point I was trying to make is that, yes, these are the rules and these are the laws, but who makes the rules and who makes the laws? Who can change the rules and who can change the laws? The king. Who runs?
Power resides where men believe it resides. I'm sorry, I said power resides where men believe it resides.
Yeah, and if the king is the king, but he does whatever the High Sparrow tells him to do, it's completely obvious. If you have nobody that can beat the Mountain in a trial by combat, here's the answer. Just do away with it. Declare whatever you want. Say it turns out it stinks, and we don't like stinky things, so we're not doing that anymore. And that's literally what they did.
Pretty much.
Do you guys think it'll be like this in the books, though? Or do you think that it'll be a trial by combat, like a trial by 7, like we got in the Dunk and Egg book? What do you think?
Brittany's got some lag.
I have a blur about the books. I'm not sure. I can't even remember where Cersei left off now.
Yeah.
Because there's so much merging story and then change story. I think in the books, she did do the walk in the books, right?
Yeah.
She's done with the walk. She's back in there with Tommen right now, and she does have Franken Mountain. So
and
she
she's
has
pretending
Franken
to
Mountain. Yeah, she's pretending to be holy and nice. And Marjorie is actually gone. She's not even in King's Landing. Marjorie is in Highgarden right now in the books.
Is she?
Is Franken Mountain in the books? I don't remember him actually, but he's not Mountain. They call him Sir Robert Strong.
Sir Robert Strong, but he's there. He exists because the other Kingsguard are like, yo, he don't sleep, he don't eat, like.
Yeah, they're tripping off of him. They're like, something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
Right.
And meanwhile,
she smells like dead meat.
Nice.
But I love pious Cersei in the book. She's all like she's Marjorie, like in the show. That's Cersei in the book with the high collars and stuff. She's wearing like the old lady clothes. That would have been fun to see.
Or just
Cersei.
I don't understand why like they cut so many storylines out. Like I don't know. That's what I think of when I think of all that. Like there's so much that I would have liked to see, but fine. Yeah. And where the hell are the sand snakes? Wait, weren't they in King's Landing? Didn't they kill the boy? Where did the sand snakes go?
Look like they never existed.
We can't with the sand snakes.
Talk about sand snakes. They're like, we showed.
What's a sand snake? What does that mean?
They're in the boat with
you. Is that a drink that I can get from the arbor?
I really think they intend for us to forget about Dorne. They're like, we just won't talk about it.
It was never there.
Never there.
Nothing.
Good job, well done.
Yeah, I think Varys possibly going to Dorne.
Who?
Varys.
Nah, I think Brittany had a good point that he's going to get Arya. Was it Brittany that said that? I'm sorry.
I think he's going to get Yara, not Arya. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, actually Yara. I just combined that. My bad. He's going to get Yara.
What do you think? Because Christina, you weren't here. What do you think? Do you think he's going to go get Yara, or where do you think he's going?
Why does he have to go get Yara, though? She's already coming.
Because he doesn't, like, if Yara's in Volantis. Are you talking?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
I think I have a lag, guys.
You're fine.
Okay. So I think the reason why is because Yara has the ships. He said that I'm going off on a secret mission or whatever because we need ships and we need friends in Westeros. Through Yara, he can get both. Granted, Yara isn't the queen of the Iron Islands, but I would think that she still has contacts in Westeros on the islands and off. And additionally, she has the ships. She got the fastest one. She stole the fastest and the best ships that the Iron Islanders, who should have the best freaking ships in Westeros, honestly, she stole them and took them to Volantis. So if Daenerys needs all these ships, which she does because her ships got burnt, I would think the quickest way to get the ships and connections in Westeros is to get Yara.
Yeah, and that makes perfect sense, but it's just weird to me because Yara's literally on the way.
Like,
like,
they don't know that.
Your teleportation time, as we're saying this, she's already in Meereen. Like, she's there. She was probably there last night, but they just didn't show her.
I think he's going to get her from Volantis. I don't think she's quite there.
If she was there, the ships would be there. Like, we'd have ships in the harbor. We would have been seeing Kraken banners. Like, there's nowhere in the hell Astapor and them would have been able to, sorry, little person, Astapor and them would have been able to roll up like that and just start bombing the city. You know? You wouldn't have been able to. It would have been choked up by iron-born ships, and they got an ass of ships. Like, Yara was like, oh, I'm not queen? They were dunking dudes. She had like 150 ships she straight stole. So it's like, all of this, I just don't see, even if, and I'm getting this because it's like Varys and his little birds, right? He has his information network. So I would think that he knows that she's in Volantis, but it's Yara. She's smart. She's Ironborn. I don't think it's likely that she's up saying, and I'm going to Daenerys.
I think she is, because they just had that whole conversation in the brothel, sitting right there at the table for anyone to hear.
Anybody could have heard her.
I think she is,
like,
and I think the fact that
go meet Daenerys. Like, somebody could have been like, say what?
What you doing?
I think she's advertising it. I think she's going to collect support along the way. We saw the High Priestess, or not the High Priestess. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, the Red Priest preaching, and that's what Kimbara said she was going to do, was send her most eloquent speakers out there as public relations managers, and they're out there collecting support, getting votes, kissing babies, and when she gets her fleet, people are going to be backing her. It's spreading amongst the small folk. The same thing that happened with the Sparrows, ironically. When the world goes to crap, people turn to religion, and they're all for it. the Red God is strong there too. They have one of the biggest temples there, so
Correct me.
I'm feeling like they're going to support Yara.
In the books, we're at that. I'm sorry for the mini Sphinx. She's out of control right now. Maybe it's Tyrion's chapter from Winds of Winter, but the Iron Fleet is literally like there, right? Like they've shown it.
Smash into Astapor's fleet, and they smash into their fleet, and they start fighting. And they're like, "Wait, are they for us? Is it for us?" Because Tyrion's like, "Wait, which way do we run? Is it for us? They're for us. Let's run this way." Like,
yeah. And I was wondering when I saw those boats. When I saw the ships, I was like, "Winds of Winter! It's happening right now!" Wow. I had to think for a second. I was
That's what I felt like.
Yeah. Hey, Moji.
It's like the Battle of the Ring, but Barristan's gone.
Yeah.
Mo in the house.
It's gonna be epic awesome. I guess the Iron Fleet's gonna pull up on the Harpies. I don't know if Dany's dragons are gonna get let out and gets to reckon some stuff.
Oh, you know they are. You know Tyrion can't wait to go in there and let them out. Like,
unleash the dragon.
Unleash the dragon.
Like,
You don't really wanna. All right.
I don't want to use it.
We've only have Riverrun. Did I miss Riverrun? Was I here for Riverrun?
We didn't hit Riverrun. I think for me that was probably more disappointing than anything everybody else is mad at with Arya.
Pause for 1 second, Candace. Lady D, do you need to leave? Do you need to say goodbye?
No, I will do Riverrun with you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yay.
Choosing Riverrun over basketball. Go ahead. Go ahead, North.
Quick synopsis of it. Jamie has a talk with Edmure. This is a frustrating part for me. I did love that they threw the book nod of him talking about catapulting the baby, but I wish they would have book nodded some other stuff. But whatever, it worked, and it got Edmure to feel some kind of way and go in there and turn over on his whole castle and all of his people. And the Blackfish helps Brienne get out of there, and he goes dying like a hero, which was also sad because I would have liked to see his fighting skills. And I also would have liked to see him get on that boat with her and go help Sansa, because she definitely needs a strong person that she trusts on her side. Like, she needs to build her council, or Jon needs to build his council the same way that Dany has a few good people with her. So we end with that, with Brienne going down the boat, doing the slow wave to her love of her life on the dais. Is it a dais? On the balcony. So what'd y'all think of that? It was like, I heart you. Don't kill me.
I'm going to give a quick shout out to Johnny the squirrely Irish wildling, because he called Blackfish dying off screen. So kudos to you, good sir. And I really wish that it didn't happen that way. Blackfish is one of the most epic fighters in the whole story. And to not see him go down. Like, I didn't like how Selmy ended, but at least they showed him in a fight. It was far better than how they handled Blackfish. He should either
It was like they pumped him up and
play,
nothing.
or got on the boat and went to Sansa.
Yeah, he deserved at least a Selmy battle. You know, Selmy went out like a G. It was stupid and lame or whatever, but at least he went out like a G, like fighting dozens of men. Him and Grey Worm, like, you know, that was a badass way to go. That's how an epic character should go, or at least, like. And I'm still trying to wrap my head around why it matters so much if we see it, you know? Because it seems like if you're so awesome, we just want to know how your awesome ending was, and not just see it black and then the next day we hear that you're dead. You know, like, we need that payoff. We need that finish.
What if by chance...
I agree. I think it was like they brought him up, they pumped him up, they reminded us that people respect him, and then he just disappeared. And it's not even like I'm wondering if he's still alive. It's just like, what was the point, other than his boss moves up there when he was standing his ground and holding down the castle. But I agree. It would have been nice to see a epic fight and let him have. It's kind of like let him have an honorable death versus just, oh, we killed him, you know. And this little scrawny guy comes up there. I'm sure they took more than one guy, but. Yeah, it would have been nice to see him, with all of his passion about it, kick some butt.
Especially on top of the fact that his death was a pointless sacrifice.
He should have got in the rowboat, but I guess he's like, I'm not running. I'm not a little biatch. But I would have thought it was, and Brienne made a good point. And for him to say she'll have better service with you, no, she won't. I love Brienne, but she needs more people. Pod is only training 1 hour a day.
Yeah.
2 hours. An hour in the morning.
2 hours a day, and he got bitch slapped by Bronn.
What do you think of? What do you guys think maybe of Blackfish taking on the Lady Stoneheart role? Like, what if they didn't do the Tully burials, they just tossed him in the river?
I say, please don't do it, D&D. Don't do it. I don't want to see it if it's not Catelyn. I'm not that invested in Blackfish's anger story.
No. It wouldn't be the same.
Especially not the way you treated Blackfish. Like, he's one of the greatest, like Ariel Hotah. Y'all Ariel Hotah him. Like, you took one of the greatest fighters in history and killed them in a very stupid way. The Blackfish, I don't even think he would go out like that. I just don't see it happening.
They didn't even Ariel Hotah him. They Stannis'd him.
True. They Stannis'd
him.
They didn't even Stannis him.
We don't even know who killed the Blackfish. It was
Stannis.
Hashtag.
Who killed the Blackfish?
Why?
I like how we made verbs out of these things to be Stannis and to be Arya Hotah. It's an action verb.
Makes sense though.
Arya Hotah went down with a little freaking toothpick in the back, but inhuman Arya can just go to sleep with some milk of the poppy and come back as Assassin's Creed and shit.
Thank you.
Everywhere.
And she wasn't just walking and talking, like she was doing some epic stuff that you have to
Exactly. That was a scene straight out of freaking Assassin's Creed, man.
She did like 8 back.
You don't have to forgive me for it, but I thought that was so cool. I will take
it. It was cool.
I loved it, man. She has been moving so slow, like getting her ass whooped. I was down with the fake rolling down 10 flights of the King's Landing looking Baylor the Blizzard stairs, pissing off all the people in the market and being chased by the Terminator.
You're a little choppy, Candace. I'm just gonna ask y'all, well, not ask you, but tell you, I can't, with the people in Braavos caring more about their oranges than a bleeding little girl that just fell out of the sky and rolled down the stairs. I can't.
That was some bullshit.
They're
like worse than New Yorkers. They saw some shit go down and didn't do it.
That's New York.
That's my home. I love NY. Brooklyn till I die, but damn. Come on, man.
My oranges.
Don't stop for ambulances. We dead. Block the highway. Like, die.
Like, is that a murder going on right there? Damn it, interrupt my lunch hour.
I watched it the second time today, and I was like, nobody even cares. Like, she literally just came out of the sky, as far as they know, rolled down all of the stairs, knocked over their baskets, and people are just, like, picking up the oranges. And she's laying there like, oh. Damn, Braavos. I can't with Braavos. They've been watching her get her ass kicked all season, and nobody's done anything.
That just reminded me of Eddie Murphy. I don't know why, where he was talking about Aunt Bunny, how she's always falling down the stairs.
Sorry.
I was going to say in the books we kind of find out that there's a lot of those Braavos fighting in the streets. They don't really make that make sense for a show watcher. If I was just a show watcher, I'd be like, why are they so like jaded to violence? And she's clearly a child, and she was a blind homeless person. And people were like 5 feet away from her, watching her get the brakes beat off her. We don't really get the backstory on why that's okay in that community, but in the books you do find out because when Sam got to go up to Braavos, ran into Arya. Oh man, not a game.
Technology doesn't like you right now, Candace.
The choppiness comes in and out, like it's not you can't really even put your finger on it, it just happens.
Is it still choppy right now?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll pass it on to the next person. Let's wrap this thing up.
All right, so does anybody else have anything to say about this? Because we can move on and take a couple questions, and then we got to peace out because my daughter is losing it.
I just want to say I was disappointed overall. I mean, I give it to you. I love Game of Thrones, I really do, but I need the books because at this point, it's just like, y'all just doing whatever the hell. It doesn't even have to make sense. Just whatever. If Arya rides a unicorn next episode, we can't even say anything. We're just going to be like, oh, Arya's on a unicorn. That's okay. Unicorns are okay now because that's how I feel. Oh my God, yo, like.
Yeah.
What do you guys rate the episode on a scale of 1 to 10?
You guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but for me, I give it an 8.
And North Remembers gives it an 8. Lady Diligence gives it a strong 6.
6.
A weak 6, a medium 6.
A week 6, like really 5.5, but I'm giving it 6. I'm giving it 6 because of the way Daenerys looked when she got off of the dragon. But everything else was just, listen, the way, and I want D&D, if you're listening, listen very closely. I love these books. What you did to the Blackfish is unforgivable. I do not forgive you. I do not forget, and that's all. I don't forget, and I don't forgive, and that's all I want people to know. I don't forget.
The North remembers, and so does Lady Diligence.
Yeah.
Alicia?
I had it at a 5.5, but I think I am gonna up it a little bit to a 6. I agree with Lady D. Daenerys is about to come in from work and beat all the kids because they fucked everything up.
All the kids.
Well, I'm gonna give it a 7.
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them. But it gets a 7 because the Hound was so epic freaking awesome. Like, for real. He made my day. 2, Beric Dondarrion came back. I was not ready for that. That also made my day. 3, they took away the trial by combat, and I was like, 4, C numbers 1 through 3. So that's
Cersei getting played, man. Cersei getting played was the best part. You can't say
her
some
face.
super scenes in this episode, but if you get mad at one of them, you can't sleep on the rest of it, man. Tommen is brainwashed. He dissed his mom. He may or may not have said, I don't care if she dies because she put my woman in jail. There's a lot of stuff going down in the background.
Wait. I'm moving my score up to 7.5 because I forgot they put Cersei in the nosebleed section.
Yeah, they did. In the nosebleeds.
They made a scene where Sansa used to stand.
Yes. She couldn't even talk to him. Like, when he was leaving, she was like...
And nobody wanted to stand next to her. As soon as she got up there, they all moved away.
You got Sansa.
Nobody. And I'd enjoy that because I hate Cersei. So I was just like, yeah, where do you think you're going? I'm going to go stand by my son. No, the hell you're not. You go up over there with all the other chicks that just stand around and look at stuff.
But you know he's going to hate her forever because of Lancel. Like, he's never going to give you no type of leeway, no type of play. Don't even try it, Cersei, please.
You ruined her son.
You raped her, his son. You're a child molester. Come on. You was like 15, 16. Statutory rape like a mug. And now
that's a man grown.
It's your little cousin, yo.
He's banging her twin brother. She don't give a shit about a baby cousin.
Yeah. Alicia, hit us with a question. We gotta.
How many you want to take?
I want to do at least 3. Let's do 3.
At least 3. Okay. Let me scroll through here real quick.
I'm all about fan service. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'll take it. At this point,
I'm a fan. I want the fan service. I don't understand why people say that's a bad thing. I'm watching it for. And I do want to see a unicorn play Diligence.
Let's go take a first question from Airtouch. Do you guys think Jaime and Edmure came to an agreement? You know, Edmure to handle the castle in exchange. Jaime will let him, disguise Tullymen as Lannister soldiers, and Jaime would do anything to get back to Cersei.
No. No. The deal was the deal he said. Look, either I'm going to throw your baby over the damn thing, and you too, or you can walk your happy ass in there and tell you I'm going to give up the castle and everything will be good. But either way, I'm banging Cersei by the end of the week. So.
I'm going home. I'm getting in bed with my sister.
Yeah.
How you want it to work?
I'll agree with that.
That sounds bad.
I'll agree with that.
That was an easy one.
All right. Next one up is from Jimmy B. Why is Jaqen smiling when Arya says she is Arya Stark and just lets her roll out? When in episode 6, Jaqen threatened her by saying her face was going on the wall one way or another.
Well, he said a face was going on the wall.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. He said a face, not particularly Arya's. So as long as one face got on there, faceless men were okay.
He
And they
paid
got the wave.
the iron price of faces.
I think he wanted the wave space. I'm not sure if I'm still a robot,
You are.
but he wanted the wave space. That was a setup for Arya to kill the wave.
But you know what? Even if he wanted the wave's face, I think he would have also accepted Arya's face. So, like he said, no matter what, a face will be added to the wall, no matter what his intention was or which one he wanted. So I think that by her coming into her own and saying, you know what, no, I'm not no one. I'm actually Arya Stark. And here's your stupid face. Peace, I'm going home. You know, he was like, hey, touche. Holla. You know, have a good life. Like, what could he say? Because they never instituted any sort of rules to let us know that she couldn't go. Unless, you know, we know a debt has to be paid. Like when the many-faced god is owed a life, you have to give him that life. And that's what she did.
Indeed.
Can I add a question, Chris, that I saw in here?
Mm-hmm.
Emoji asked, how did Arya learn to cut faces off the bodies? That's a good one, because I'm not sure we saw her see that. We saw the cleaning and everything, but I mean, like, she could have just skinned it, like, around the skin, but did she have a scene where she learned that?
No, they never showed it. We just saw her using that little girl's face at the end of last season when she killed Oh Boy. But they never showed us how. It was just like a big reveal. She can change faces.
They probably did it off screen like they do all the other big things now.
Basically.
Yeah, but true.
Go ahead, Alicia. Next question.
All right, yeah, let me pull from the list here. Monero, unlimited question. Do you think Varys will come back to Westeros and take back control of his little birds?
No. I don't think he needs to.
Well, I'm sorry. I think he could be going there in preparation for helping Dany get in if there's a long game.
Yeah, but as far as little birds, like, I'm pretty sure he has like a whole nother wave of little birds. Like Varys.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just thinking that physically going back, and I'm not sure the terms in which he left, but I think Cersei thinks he was involved in the death of Joffrey in the show. But that wasn't. She thinks he was involved with killing Joffrey, right? Because he disappeared or letting Tyrion out.
Well, he's killing Tywin because he left here with Tyrion.
So maybe that means he can't just slide back in there. But if he's heard that she's going down the ship hole, he might be showing back up to help Kevin. I don't know. But also maybe like a double agent, like he's going to pretend he's back with them, but open the doors for Dany. Garner the support of the small folk. Tell him a Targaryen's coming. He's a Targaryen supporter.
Lady Diligence is waving the white banner of He's retreating.
Sorry, we're going on now.
Retreat. What does it say?
Go ahead and do your sign off then, Lady D. Tell the people where they can find you.
Oh, first I want to thank you guys for inviting me, because it's been a while since I've been on it too. So thank you very much for inviting me. I really do enjoy these, and I will try to be more available, especially now I know I don't have to find a headphones every time. That would be great. So, because I always lose them. I don't know. So thanks for inviting me, guys. I really appreciate it. I had a great time. And everyone out there that is watching, Lady Diligence, House Dew, you can find me on YouTube under Lady Diligence, and I don't know, maybe I'll put a link on this video or something, come back and comment, or Christina will probably put something in like the description section. And you'll see it. But like I have like 7 videos. I'm not like a huge personality or anything. But my videos are book only. So if you're somebody who's a show watcher, you'll catch me on this. But if you're somebody who's book only, pure Song of Ice and Fire, like that's what my theories are. So thank you very much for inviting me, guys, again, and thanks for watching.
It's so awesome to be here. I miss you, Sonny.
Hi, everybody. Look. I gotta go though, cause Steph is fine.
Go look at your little basketball player boyfriend.
Eyes and that. Bye, y'all.
Yes.
Bye.
I'll definitely be linking Lady Diligence. I need to say her full name because we say Lady D, but on YouTube she's Lady Diligence. Her videos are very thought-provoking and very in-depth. You have to check her out, and I'll link her in the description below. Were we gonna take one more question, or
I think we're gonna do one more.
okay?
Let's see. Mr. Jamie Sneed says, "Do you think Melisandre has something cooking to help Jon?"
Like what?
Like, I don't know, any type of red god magic plan or.
Can she burn anybody else at this point? Like, is anybody sacrifice worthy? Like she might, like she did the milk the snow away for Stannis, and I hate to speak of that, but and I'm not even sure that worked. But it looked like he was meeting with her about something, and she was still losing her religion, so she needs to find that again.
Only person around with King's blood now is freaking Jon, and he's Azor Ahai. So.
Well, no, you're right.
He did say he was telling her in that scene that if he falls, then don't bring him back. So maybe that'll compel her to do something.
Oh, I didn't like that. I was like,
like all this development. If y'all killed this fool again,
I can't.
We'll know like minus infinity of nothing. It needs to not happen. I don't want to see that.
Man, oh man, that preview though, where he's sitting there and they just show him looking up, looking all sad. I was like, that's when he sees Rickon flayed and burning on the cross, and he's about to go ham and shut it down. Like he's gonna let all the darkness come out.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna cry next episode. Like whatever's going on this cross, it's so epic. Like just the scenery, the battle. We saw horses clashing. It's about to go down, and I think it's about to be hard home. They're giving us a little BS, and we're gonna like at the end of the day, at the end of the season, we're gonna love it no matter what. But it's gonna be epic.
Honestly, that Harpy fleet stuff was pretty epic looking.
It was.
They were launching. I was like, what are they shooting? Like, what is this? That they changed the whole color scheme of it. Like when that happened, and I was just like, yes, this is what I've been waiting for. Like this is the Game of Thrones I know and love. That is visually stunning. It surprised me. It makes sense. I'm excited for that again.
I'm worried about Davos. I'm real worried about Davos.
He's good.
Why?
Because he might die in that battle. We're losing too many men. We're losing too many battle commanders with experience.
Actually, he said himself he's never been much of a fighter.
Exactly.
What you're about to see.
It's highly likely. I hope not, because
I almost can't. I can't handle it. That's my dude, man. I can't handle it.
All right.
Do y'all think that Brienne is going to end up fighting there with him when she gets back?
That who?
Brienne, will she be in the epic fighting scenes just stinking people?
If she uses Littlefinger's travel service, yeah. All she's got to do is hop in the Westerosi TARDIS.
They're already there. It was yesterday.
The Riverlands aren't that far, though, right? They're not terribly far from Winterfell.
No, it's far enough to where, like, she shouldn't be able to get there in time. But she will be.
Nothing in the season would happen, though. I know we took the travel service, but we wouldn't get anywhere. We'd have Arya plot and Dany plot if we went off some kind of realistic travel. He's going to be willing, man. Her and Plot are used to that. They got skills.
Yeah.
They rode proof in college.
We're going to wrap her up.
Do you guys have any random tinfoil that you want to toss out?
I've got some epic tinfoil, but I can't really release it right now because I'm still working on it.
Fucking Sphinx, look at you. Excellent, Smithers. Really?
Yeah, Smithers.
That was very Smithers.
And Dr. Evil.
Mr.
I heard
Burns.
one random one today, and it's all right. I don't know. I think some people may have said it already, but somebody else had brought it up. What if the one of the older lords of Castamere in the Reigns is the High Sparrow?
That could
One guy survived, and he's playing the long game, doing all this shit because he's targeting the Lannisters. I mean, the Tyrells are in there too, but I think that's just collateral damage because of the marriage between their houses. What do you think?
But they were literally annihilated and extinguished as a house.
Someone could have gotten away on the sly. Hard to believe, but that's why it's sinful.
House.
That's why it's tinfoil.
Yeah, I'd have to ponder that. I mean, you can make anything work, if you can pull the pieces together, but I'd have to pull those pieces together. I hadn't even considered that.
I hadn't either. That's why I thought it was interesting. All right. But are we ready for the wrap-up then, ladies?
Northie, you ready? Northie?
Yeah, I feel like I need to rewatch to have anything more valuable to add, and I know everybody's kind of ready to go, so I'm okay with wrapping it up. I think we covered this really good. It had like a few 4 or 5 major things, and the rest of it was what's happening next episode.
Yeah. Dang, Danielle. She said they could have been fostered out somewhere.
Yeah, oh, good point. Didn't even think of that either.
Stop it.
It could work.
I like that.
It could work.
And in other houses, I know we're supposed to be signing off. In other houses, you got like, who was it? Santos.
My poor choppy sister. She's so choppy. Just as choppy as she wanna be. I think I lost her. Alicia, go ahead and say your goodbyes while we wait for North.
All right, folks in the chats, thank y'all always for joining us. We love hanging with you guys and doing these discussions. You guys are awesome. To everyone that's going to watch this later, thank you for checking us out. Please be sure to subscribe to the Sphinx because she's awesome. And if by chance you want to see me, I'm always around. As you see, I float about a bit now. If you like The Walking Dead, go over to my boys' channel, Josh and Alex, on The Walking Bread. Check out those motion comics, and if you like fan fiction, you can check me out under Guyana Rose at fanfiction.net, and I'm going to see you all around.
The North remembers!
I froze a little bit, so I'm just going to talk, and I hope this comes through. Thank you again for having me. I love Women Not So Silent Sisters, and we will see everybody next Monday.
Thank you guys so much for coming and chilling with us. For real, every single person matters to me. And I apologize, I can't always interact as much in the chat as I want to because I'm really bad at multitasking, and they can testify to this. Don't say anything. Shh, don't say anything. You too. But yeah, thank you, Alicia. If I could do both, I would, but sometimes it's hard. But I want you to know that I see you, and I notice every one of you, and my eyes are streaming and looking through it all. And I just really appreciate you just taking your time to sit here and ramble with us. Like, it means a lot. The discussion is what it's all about for me. And somehow, some way, I'm almost at 300 subscribers. I don't know how that happened or what's going on in the world. Maybe like the doom of Valeria is about to happen again or something. The apocalypse. But when I get 300, I want to do something special, maybe like a Q&A or something. I don't know what people want. You guys let me know, but it's a big deal to me. Like, I'm probably going to have like a whole cookout and barbecue in my real life. So, let me know what we can do here, just to celebrate that, because it's a big deal to me, and I appreciate every single one of you. I really do. So I just wanted to say thank you for joining us, and we only have 2 weeks left. 2 more episodes of the Not So Silent Sisters. If we continue to do this after the season is done, we don't know. These are show reviews, so maybe we'll have a book to talk about later, right? So I just want to tell y'all thank you so much. And if you're not already checking out Kyles Fookin Chickens channel tomorrow, we have a show there that we do every week on Tuesdays. So check that out tomorrow. And I will see you all next time. Thank you so much. You guys say bye. Do the wavy hands.
Bye, everyone. Fala Magoles. Long live Arya Stark.
Nemnemesa. Dothraki. Y'all know about that.